too long, we have turned our hearts from the path our fathers laid. I have watched you train. I have witnessed your prowess, your victory. Now it is your duty, your honor, to serve the Empire.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Wipe the sleep from your eyes. Wake and remember the call of our fathers. You will be challenged. You will know pain, but you will not bend or break. Fight with passion and earn your place in the halls of Stovacor. By the blood of Kalis, it will be glorious!
You are the second officer aboard a Klingon bird of prey, currently in charge of the Night Watch. You are in command of the ship, while Captain Cherlik and First Officer Duran are off duty. Your shift nears its end. Third Officer Lieutenant Kagan would like to have a word with you before you leave the bridge. People you can interact with have icons above their heads. Press F to talk with them.
The end of the shift is near, at last. I have updated the duty logs. Not that there was a lot to report. Still, we have our duties. You will need to approve the logs before the captain arrives. Unless you are fond of cleaning up after his targ. The logs are up on my station now. Use it to transfer them into the record of battle. Battle. The only battle we face is against the forces of boredom. We are warriors of the Empire. We should be finding glory against Starfleet in honorable combat, not flying through empty space.
Interactive items have a glow by approving the duty log. Walk up and return to your contact to interact with Lieutenant Kagan.
I hope the logs didn't bore you too much. I almost fell asleep writing them. If you'd like something more entertaining, I've made some adjustments to the standard disruptor training program on the holodeck. I think you'll find them interesting. Captain on the bridge!
Approach the captain and press F to interact with him.
Nook-Nech! I see you and Kagan kept my ship from blowing up during your watch. Kalis would be proud. I relieve you. Return in 6 hours, Lieutenant. You are dismissed.
Your current tasks will be displayed here. Proceed down the hall to the holodeck controls. Use the panel to program the holo. Your minimap shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the minimap if you are far away from your objective. The holodeck is initializing. Not and the training program is ready. You may enter now. In combat, Press 1 to use your weapon's primary attack, and press 2 to use your weapon's secondary attack. While in combat, certain actions are disabled. Once you drop out of combat, more detail about ground combat will become available.
Targeting. Lesson 1 of 6.
Return to the entry door. Leave the holodeck straight and proceed down the hallway to the turbo lift. Cross the hallway, enter the crew quarters, and sleep in your rack.
Any news from the bridge? Will we be preparing for battle soon?
Our disruptors gather dust in the lockers here. We need to find battle, and soon.
I dreamt we hadn't run out of blood wine last week. If only that were true. I think Captain Churlak knows something we don't. The Rocta Geno this thing spits out isn't fit for a Targ.
It is hard to sleep when we could be in battle at any time.
There's only one worthy human delicacy. It is called haggis.
Have you tried that human drink? Prune juice? It is a warrior's drink.
Whoever programmed the replicator should be shot. It can't make anything close to decent food.
Lieutenant Duran's Parmar works on Kronos. I went through training with him. Great engineer, terrible gambler.
Churlak the Sigma, we're ready to receive your prisoner.
Acknowledged. We're beaming the piece of Baktok to you, now. I recommend you muzzle him. The sound of his voice is irritating.
If he irritates me, I will feed him to my favorite Targ, piece by piece. Shields! Raise shields!
Kapla, you're alive. This is First Officer Duran. We have sustained damage from a surprise attack. I need you performing damage control to get this ship back in action. Sometimes missions specialized to your career class are available.
Whatever you did down there, it's working.
Here is the situation. We took custody of a Federation prisoner from the IKS Segpa. Almost immediately after transport, a Starfleet cruiser showed up and attacked. We took some severe damage, but we were able to get our shields up before they could beam over. They've launched shuttles and have boarded the ships on the lower decks. Our security teams are tied up all over the ship, so I need your help securing the lower deck. Grab a rifle from the armory locker and then make your way to the lower decks. I don't know how they were able to enter our shuttle bay, so check the bodies for anything that can give us a clue as to how they were able to board us. One or two of them might be carrying something useful.
Interact with the armory locker by clicking on it to get a disruptor rifle. Then equip it by double-clicking on it in your inventory. Press C to switch between your two equipped weapons. Dropped for you. Move toward the item and press F to loot it.
You recovered that message from the Federation borders? My suspicions about our Pataka the Captain have been confirmed. I've been seeing signs of Jurlik's cowardice and incompetence for months now, but finally, this is the proof I need to challenge him. I see that you are near the brig. I want you to talk to the Federation prisoner there. Find out why he is so valuable, and then report back directly to me. Kapla!
The prisoner is still here. Starfleet's rescue attempt has failed.
Something on your mind, Second Officer? You do know your captain's a traitor, right? And now two of you know. That's a start. Tell me, does Duran know about Jurlik's dishonor as well? Well then, I'm guessing you'll be first officer before too long. Can't imagine Duran letting something like that slide.
How do you know so much about our crew, Starfleet?
It's my business to know things. If I were you, I'd check in with soon-to-be Captain Duran. She'll probably want to talk about your promotion.
I'm afraid First Officer Duran is indisposed. Permanently. Report to the bridge at once. Unless you wish to join her in Stovacor.
Well, I was half right. Congratulations on your promotion, First Officer.
The captain has dishonored himself. You are the next ranking officer. It is your right to challenge him to a duel, to the death. If you defeat him, the ship is yours. Go. You know what must be done.
Also appears on your compass.
It took you long enough. Take your station. We have work to do if we are to survive. Well, what are you waiting for? The blessing of Kalis? Do as you're told, or I will find someone who will. Oh, you stand for the crew, eh? You think you can kill me and take my command? Duran was a better warrior than you, and she now sings in Stovokor. You will fare no better, whelp. Think. We fight a war we cannot win. Not even Tukuzma could defeat the Federation, and they were far weaker then. Why should we die for Jimpok's folly? Young fool! I plan on living a long and prosperous life. I give you one last chance. Stand down, or your corpse will be cooling on the deck next to Duran's. What say you? Ha! As you wish. I've killed one hero today. Why not litter the deck with the body of another? Draw your weapon and try to die well, fool.
Enemy targets on sensors.
You fight well for a fool. Give me the warrior's death.
Ha! Well fought! An honorable victory! Under Imperial law, you are now the captain. I will enter the change of command into the record of battle. I am Kagan, son of Kerr. I now take my place as first officer. I serve the captain, but I stand for the crew. Engines and shields are online, sir. Engineering expects to restore our weapons soon. The cloaking device may take a bit longer, however. The Starfleet vessels that attacked us are still in the area, and the Segpa is moving to engage them in battle. There is glory to be found there. What are your orders, Captain?
Congratulations, warrior.
Captain, there is no sign of the Segpa on scanners. We do not know if the Feds destroyed her, but I suggest we not worry about that just yet. Engines and shields are operational, but we need Iridium to facilitate immediate repairs to other systems, and our Iridium stores were lost in the ambush. Fortunately, there are some asteroids in the vicinity that might have what we need.
Increase your speed using P. Decrease your ship speed by using Q. God has joined your crew. W and S.
Helm, full stop!
Shift
Captain,
downward or
I
upward.
recommend we
A
use the
and D
scanners to see
will
if this
turn your
contains
ship
any
to the
iridium.
left or right.
No iridium on the scanners, but that nearby asteroid field may have what we need.
Use your minimap or press M to see where your next objective is.
Captain, I recommend using full impulse to reach the asteroid field.
Pressing Shift plus R will activate and deactivate full impulse.
Helm, full stop! Captain, I stopped the ship this time, but from now on you'll be responsible for controlling the speed of the ship. We have found several asteroids that contain iridium, Captain. Weapons are back online.
Press the space.
Lashkar, we found some iridium. Captain, I'm picking up a Starfleet distress signal. Seems that a frigate looking for us took a hit in a nearby asteroid field. They are disabled. They won't be out of action for long. I suggest we put an end to their hunt while we can. What are your orders, Captain?
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Activate high-yield torpedo by
Sir, a Federation repair team just walked in. I suggest we take that as well.
Captain, the feds are jamming our sensors. We can't get a lock on the SEGPA while they do. We have determined the location of the ships that are jamming us, however. We should eliminate them so we can continue our search for the SEGPA. It will be a tough fight, but the crew hungers for battle. I think we're up for the challenge. Your orders, Captain?
Activate your cloaking device to hide from enemy sensors. You cannot cloak in combat, and you must decloak first before you can attack. After decloaking, you receive a damage bonus for 5 seconds. Cannot fire until you deactivate.
Enemy ships destroyed. Jamming effect neutralized. We are clear to resume our search for the Segpa, Captain. Your orders?
This is Captain Kagdar of the IKS Segpa. Where is Captain Jurlek? Ha! Finally! That miserable Toba has been a blight for far too long. Congratulations! May you bring glory to your ship and your house. Speaking of which, do you want to join our fight against this Federation Batak? My long-range comms are down, so I cannot notify High Command of the situation.
Communications officer, make a report to command. Give them our coordinates, and tell them we are moving to assist the Segpa in battle. Captain, the Starfleet vessel is hailing us. Do you wish to respond?
This is the Federation ship USS Musashi hailing incoming Klingon vessel. Captain Jurlek, what are you... Wait. Where is Captain Jurlek? Well then, I assume you realize how outgunned you are? I'll cut you the same deal I had with Jurlek.
Captain,
give us
Klingon
your
Defense
prisoner,
Force
and we'll let you
reinforcements
escape
are warping in.
and live to fight another day. Failure to comply means we'll disable your ship and take the prisoner by force.
It looks like Starfleet wants a fight. Shall we give them one, Captain?
You're making a huge mistake.
Click the icon next to the mission to report to the contact and turn in the mission.
We are going to stay here while repairs are underway. But you need to get that Federation prisoner to Kronos immediately. High Command is expecting him. You probably want to space him by now. I know I did. But that would be a career-ending move for you. Just get him to Kronos.
Congratulations, warrior.
So you're the one with my prisoner. Congratulations! We've captured him many times, but no one has ever actually gotten him as far as Kronos before he escaped. He's quite the prize. Beam him down directly to the prison here in First City, and we'll make arrangements for the prisoner transfer. Kronos prison facility out. The prisoner has been received. prisoner has been received and muzzled. Typical human, in love with the sound of his own voice. Oh, some stuffy bureaucrat tried to reach you here. Word about your promotion has traveled fast, it seems. I suggest you present yourself to the High Council and get the formalities out of the way.
There she is! The hero that brought us a Federation prisoner. The warrior who saved the Segpa. The rightful heir of a starship by right of personal combat. You have done well to start your career. I will be keeping an eye on you and your progress. Now, before you go flying off to find your adventure, there is the matter of your duties as a captain in the Klingon Defense Force. First off, there is the matter of Lieutenant Doran's husband, her Parmach. It is your duty to inform him of her death, as you are now her superior officer, even in death.
We will find Chagrin, Doran's Parmach, working at the exchange.
Greetings! I am Farm, a fully certified banker and financial investor. What can I help you with today? Buy low, sell high. It's just like the 9th rule of acquisition says. Opportunity plus instinct equals profit. This is the exchange, located in First City here on Kronos. Here you have access to your personal bank, as well as the bank of any fleet you might be a part of. In addition, there are exchange terminals located throughout, where you can buy and sell items from other captains like yourself. Chagrin. Oh, right. He's one of the maintenance engineers. Make sure the exchange computers are up and running. Last I knew, he was running diagnostics in the warehouse, located in the back of the exchange. One more thing. As a first-time visitor to this exchange, you qualified for a free sample of our fine merchandise. You won't find better quality anywhere on Kronos, Warrior. And if you like it, feel free to come back. Like the Grand Nagus always says, the only thing better than a first-time customer is a repeat customer.
You have received a kit appropriate to your profession. Open your inventory and double-click it to equip it. With a kit equipped, abilities are added to your action bar that you can perform in ground combat. When you enter a mission, you may be asked to choose which officers to bring with you. Your choices for your away team will grow as you recruit more bridge officers.
Nausicaan smugglers. They must have known I was all alone in here. Ambushed me. They're pirates, robbing the exchange. Someone must stop them. I'm too injured to... You fight well. You've given me time to recover my strength. But now I must find Majorog and put an end to that miserable Takek's treachery!
Well, tell them, Supreme. Who am I?
Majorog! You're nothing but a smuggling Yintach!
No. Wrong as always. I'm the one who's going to kill you. A real warrior never lets his prey escape.
You dare to challenge a warrior of the Empire? You said you had something to tell me. I understand. She was a true warrior. Tell me, exactly how did she die? It is good you were able to avenge her death, but she failed. I will not have Doran denied entrance to Stovokor because she died at the hands of a traitor. If you would have me, I would join your crew and fight by your side in her name. My talents as an engineer are wasted here in these warehouses. Let me battle worthy foes! You will be a captain worthy of my service. We are being Congratulations, Lieutenant. Prison warden. Something I should know about.
That prisoner you dropped off escaped with the help of two accomplices. One was a male Orion and the other a Nausicaan. The Orion caused a commotion, filing a complaint regarding a prisoner transfer that never occurred, and then kept shouting until he managed to distract the entire room. Meanwhile, the Nausicaan made his way into the cell block and shorted out the force field controls. Cameras caught him equipping our Federation prisoner with a holo-emitter disguise. The three then escaped into the city in the aftermath. This isn't the first time we've captured this prisoner. You're the only warrior who's managed to get him as far as Kronos. Your previous success has been noted, and so you are to track down this fugitive and return him once more. Get to it! security cameras caught the trio heading north before they were lost in the crowd. You are to search there for any witnesses that may lead us to their hiding location. I don't care what this prisoner knows. He's been more trouble than his value to intelligence. If he happens to die during capture, there will not be an inquiry.
I think I know where we can start looking for the criminals. The Chamber of Judgment is nearby, close to the Lake of Fire. An old judge I know likes to sit near the lake between trials. He might have seen something, and he's no friend to criminals. If he saw them, he will be happy to bring them to justice. The Lake of Fire is just outside of the exchange. With luck, the judge will be there.
If you've come to try and curry my favor in the courtroom, you're wasting your time and risking my wrath. Curious. I did see such a trio recently, but thought little of it. On reflection, the human was garbed in a heavy cloak, perhaps to conceal his prison uniform. Indeed, they headed north, then west. They may have sought one of the tailors there to acquire new clothes to disguise themselves.
Head west from the courtyard and down the stairs to the tailor.
The stranger with the Orion and Nausicaan? Yes, they were just here. They made a quick purchase and then made their way to the bar to the west. Speaking of new clothes, I could outfit you and your crew in the latest in Klingon fashion for the right price. Come see me anytime.
Tala is a tailor, and you can visit him at any time to alter the appearance of your character and your bridge officers.
What can I get you? Ah, yes, them. They asked about another Orion, a fixer named Garrod, then headed downstairs. Syndicate business, I'm guessing. Anyway, their business, not mine.
A stranger, an Orion, and a Nausicaan. Reminds me of a joke I heard once. Well, then again, perhaps this isn't the time for such things. You know, I did see such a group. They went into the back rooms, right over there, behind those doors. Always happy to help warriors of the Empire with anything they might need. Good hunting.
Choose officers to join you for this mission. As you gain more officers, you will be able to choose between them when you enter missions. When you choose an officer, they will join you for the whole mission. They can be replaced on later missions.
We should check them. See where our quarry went. That is a suspiciously new console for an old building. Looks like the spies have set incendiary devices to cover their tracks. We should disable these in case they are set to ignite later. Let's resume our search for the human criminal. That room in the back looks like a good place to start. You're too late. You may have defused the bombs, but your quarry is long gone.
He's not talking. Probably trained to withstand torture. We're not going to get anywhere with this one.
KDF security is on their way. They can take this Bachtag to the infirmary. According to the logs, the last transport was to the shipyard in orbit above Kronos. If we don't hurry, our prisoner could easily secure passage out of the system. I recommend we go to the shipyard at once.
Onto the transporter pad and instruct the transporter chief to beam you to the shipyard. The transporter here can take you to the shipyard, the Klingon Academy, or directly back to your ship in orbit. purchase, customize, and outfit ships you own.
You interested in buying a slightly used ship? Oh yes, just minutes ago. I sold him a shuttle. He seemed in a rush to leave. Didn't think anything of it. I assume he's wanted by the KDF? Lucky for you, I kept a copy of the transponder code of the shuttle he just bought. And I will give it to you at no charge. In fact, since you're going after such a dangerous fugitive, let me throw in this technical manual. The spec should help your tactical officer to be able to eke some better performance out of your ship. Just to show you which side I'm on. Qapla'! And glory to the Empire, right?
Captain, we found the transponder signal. Standing by to beam you aboard and begin pursuit.
I'm disappointed he was able to get off Kronos, but not surprised. He's a slippery one. Do what you need to do to bring him back. You have his warp trail, so I begin with that. There it
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You are now in sector space. Here, ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space. To open up the map for sector space, you can click on a system to plot a course and set your ship to automatically fly to. Click to order the computer to plot a course to your next mission.
On the front lines of the Klingon Federation war, brave captains from both sides battle to defend their homes and gain advantages for their faction. Each death has meaning. Every victory can turn the tide. These are the conflicts that will determine the fate of the quadrant.
Captain, the warp trail ends here. What are your orders? Opening hailing frequencies. If he's out there, he'll hear it.
Captain, I recommend modifying the navigational beacons in this system to amplify our efforts in locating the prisoner. Beacon modified. Nothing yet. We should modify another beacon. Got him! Establishing a communication link now.
You? I am impressed. I thought Doran was the right choice for command, but apparently even I can be wrong. The KDF will do well with you in their ranks. You have the tenacity of a rabid dog. As much as I might deserve to rot in a Klingon jail cell and be interrogated to within an inch of my life on a daily basis, I have unfinished business. It's time I was going. I don't doubt that you would. However, I always have an escape plan. I've planted a tiny subroutine in all Starfleet computers. If any vessel arrives in the Boreth system, their sensors will pick up distress beacons from dozens of destroyed Starfleet starships. In addition, when we started this conversation, I sent out a few false maydays from these phantom vessels. Ships are already responding. You've proven yourself to be a skilled warrior already, so I'm sure you know that Kalis said it was acceptable to lose a battle to save an empire, or a ship. I suggest you leave before Starfleet arrives.
Captain, we're being hailed by one of the Starfleet vessels.
Klingon bird of prey, power down your weapons and shields, and prepare to be boarded. Our sensors are detecting several Federation distress beacons in this area. This trap is obviously your handiwork. Surrender now, or we will be forced to open fire. The beacons are as plain as curious. They are no longer transmitting. Engineering, run a level 3 diagnostic on the sensors. I extend my apologies. We did not intend to violate Klingon space. We will be leaving now, if you will allow it. Rest assured that whomever tricked us here will be found and punished. On that, you have my word as a Starfleet officer.
Target's shields have failed.
Another Starfleet vessel has entered the system.
Attention, Klingon ships. We are here on a rescue operation. We wish to resolve this peacefully, but we will defend ourselves if we must.
Target's shields have failed.
There's another contact on the scanners. How many ships did Starfleet have in our sector? Ready to leave the system on your command.
It is unfortunate that the prisoner has eluded your search. That said, You did uncover a Federation spy nest in the heart of First City. We've deciphered their infiltration techniques and are cracking down on their spy network within the Empire. One of my prison guards was impressed with your tenacity and asked to be reassigned to your crew. You would be wise to accept it.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
We have identified the Federation prisoner you've been chasing. His name is Franklin Drake. Some of our sources say he's a Starfleet intelligence agent, but there are hints that he's much more. From what I can tell, he's not part of the normal chain of command. Previously, we didn't have any images or genetic samples from him, which is why he was so hard to identify. Now, we'll be on him the second he shows his face again. We already have a lead for you to follow. Records indicate a Klingon shuttle entered space above the Rurapente penal colony. That system is restricted, and there was no traffic scheduled for today. You are authorized by the High Council to approach the system and determine if Drake is there. Bring him back alive, if you can. There is work to do.
From the heart of Kronos to the frozen wastes of Rurapente, Klingons have built an empire that values strength, honor, and skill in combat. To be Klingon is to be a warrior. Fight well, live with honor, die with a blade in your hand. If you can do these things, you will live forever in the stories and songs of the Empire.
This is Warden Kratok of the Rurapente Penal Colony. You do not have authorization to land. Turn back now. Any attempt to violate our security perimeter will be met with force.
Our authorization comes from Chancellor Jimpak himself. It is unwise to stand in the way of his representatives. Unless, of course, you'd like to become a resident of your own prison.
My apologies, Kalekanis. I am honored to meet you. What do representatives of the High Council seek at Rurapente? There are no Federation corps on Rurapente. Are you aware enemies of the Empire should be killed, not fed and coddled like infants?
It appears the spy is as good at getting into prisons as he is at escaping them. Check your sensor logs, Warden. He is here, somewhere.
Our security logs are checked every quarter hour as per regulations. There have been no transfers in or out of the colony within the last day. Only 2 ships have entered the system today. Yours and a Klingon shuttle. The shuttle left the system hours ago. You are still here.
Your arrogance is tiresome, Warden. Produce your sensor logs at once.
Our logs clearly indicate the shuttle left the system hours ago. And there have been no transfers. All prisoners in this colony are either accounted for or dead. Your trail has gone cold.
Ready to beam down on your command, Captain. There is a magnetic field covering the entire penal colony to prevent prisoners from escaping via transporter. We'll have to beam down to the outskirts of the magnetic field and walk to the entrance.
Halt! Where do you think you are going? You may have crossed the magnetic shield, but your visit is unannounced, and you will follow protocol. No one simply wanders around this prison. I will escort you to the Warden. You will follow me. Warden, the visitors are here.
I can see them, Rogas!
Your presence here is unnecessary. The only Federation citizens on Rurapenthe are frozen into the ice. But don't let me dissuade you from your manhunt. My guards will stay where they are. If there was a breach, it would have tripped the alarms. Our security system is quite advanced. This is a prison, after all. But please, examine the security system for yourself. If you refuse to accept the word of the prison's warden, that is. You dare to question the honor of a warrior of the House of Torg? You may be representatives of Jempak, but you'll taste my blade if you insult me again. Go, see for yourself. You'll only find the Patak dumped here to rot.
Follow me to the general holding area. Take one of the jackal mastiffs with you to sniff out treachery.
Interrogate the prisoners, Captain. One of them may have spotted the fugitive.
Smart asking questions down here. You might not like the answers. We got nothing to talk about.
Is this an inspection?
Get lost.
I got nothing to say to you.
Do I look like a human?
I believe someone is following you, Captain. Turn around.
None of these prisoners will help you. They can sense danger far better than you can. And they know the risks of getting involved in a fight that's not theirs. Because I'm not a Batak like the Warden and his cousin. Have you asked yourself, why would a human come to Rurapente? The human is here to extract a prisoner. There are no other alternatives. If he was coming to kill someone, then he's a koch. All he needed to do was wait. Everyone sent to this hole dies. Most are dead within a year. Are you questioning my honor? If you think you're safe because you hold a weapon, you're mistaken. The only thing standing between you and a cold grave is my patience. Someday I'll teach you a lesson for testing my resolve. The human is here, but it is a complicated situation. You must do exactly as I say. We are surrounded by enemies, and you will need my help to survive. The only crime I've committed was thinking there could be peace between the great houses. And all you need to know is that I am a Klingon warrior with the information you need. Follow me, and I will take you to the one the prisoners call the Worm. The Worm is over by the mine entrance.
There you are. I was wondering if I'd lost you.
Don't try to play coy with us. You have the subterfuge skills of a wounded tar. Did you think no one here would notice a new prisoner? Or that no one would notice when you tampered with the air exchangers?
I see you've found a new friend. Look, if I had the time to explain, I would. But I'm on a tight schedule, and you took your time getting here. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to ask your new friend. I need to be going.
Follow him! He's running for the surface!
Enemy target.
have to stop him! The worm has slithered to the surface. We need to stop him before he can reach the edge of the magnetic shield. I promise that I'll explain everything once we track him down. The human is trying to cross the ice. We need to hurry before he gets outside the magnetic shield. In that case, we don't have any time to waste. It will be difficult to track his movements in this flurry. Those were wild jackals. Keep a lookout for more. They travel in packs.
How can they survive on the surface?
They must feed on the corpses of dead prisoners.
Kemtar, you said you would explain why you were thrown into revamp.
I am a diplomat. My peaceful words were called treason.
How can there be peace? We are at war!
You've clearly never read the works of Chancellor Gorgon. Now, let me ask you a question. How can we win a war if we can't stop fighting one another?
Honor must be upheld.
The words of a warrior. Still, killing one another for honor blinds us to greater threats. There he is!
Impressive. Your determination is commendable. There's more at stake here than dealing with a lone human on a mission of mercy. In fact, our intelligence says you have very little time left to act. Our friend here discovered that one of the great houses is plotting against the Empire. He's correct, but his curiosity cost him. Now you and Kemtar, will both have a chance for glory. Kemtar, your father still has friends in the Federation. They believe he's in great danger. I recommend a trip to the Vor system. There you'll find out just how big of a mess you're in, and find the proof that Worf will want.
I don't. He and I have never met. But as I told you, the story is complicated. What you need to know is that he speaks the truth. There is a plot against the Empire, and it is not the Federation's doing. Our true enemies are closer than we realize. If we want to protect our people, we must go to the Vor system and see what is there.
I don't care if you trust me. Kemtar, tell your father that obligations have been met. Only you can decide how you'll deal with the greater threat.
The only threat you should be worried about is me. You're a miserable Karut. Not only have you broken penal colony protocol, but you've meddled in the affairs of House Torg. I don't care if Kemtar is innocent. We were paid a great deal of latinum to keep this piece of Baktak locked up. He's not leaving here, and neither are you.
That's my cue to exit. Good luck.
It will cause confinements. We can expect more guards soon. You must have a ship in orbit. We should beam up as soon as possible and discuss what has happened.
We read you, Captain. What are your orders? We can't get a lock on your position, Captain. You must still be within range of the magnetic field. We will bring the ship down to the surface to pick you up, Captain.
If we head for higher ground, it will be easier for your ship to locate us.
Mission objective waypoints will show up as circles on the map.
Look up ahead. The Warden and the guards are approaching.
You dishonorable dog! When the High Council hears what Gempak's representatives have done here today, they will order your immediate execution!
Enough to keep us warm long after you're dead. We get paid whether Kemtar lives or dies. So before I kill you, I'll offer you the coward's choice of surrender. What am I forgetting, Tosha?
Fitting end to a band of dishonorable fools. I trust you're ready to leave this freezing, miserable place, Captain. In many ways, I think Rurapente is worse than Grathor itself.
Drake said we should go to the 4 system. What would we possibly find there? Whatever is there, it is a threat to the Klingon Empire. We must find evidence to show the Council.
Transporter room is standing by, Captain. We're ready to bring you aboard at your command.
Your report on Warden Kratak and the prison riot was disturbing. I have transferred many prisoners to Urapenthe, and this is the first I've heard of corruption. As you know, the Empire does not tolerate fraud or dishonesty. I accept your resolution to the matter, but I am displeased that you did not apprehend Drake. The fact you freed Kimtar also requires scrutiny. If Kimtar were not Ambassador Worf's son, I would demand that you return him to First City at once. However, if you believe there's evidence of further corruption, You have my authorization to pursue this matter discreetly.
During my time as ambassador, I uncovered evidence that one of the great houses has been corrupted by a foreign influence and is plotting against the Empire. I was thrown into Urapenthe as punishment for digging too close to the truth. The fugitive Drake suggested that we travel to the Vor system. We hope to find evidence that will prove there is an internal threat to the Empire.
The Vor system in the Beta Quadrant can be located on the area map, or from the Systems List tab in the area map. Select the system and your bridge crew will ask if you wish to travel to that location.
Captain, we've entered the Vor system. There's a starbase in orbit dead ahead. Huh. It's one of ours, but the record's listed as a research facility operated by Uridian scientists.
The Uridians are not known for their scientific prowess, but the research station is listed as a protected asset. According to your ship's computer, the Uridians have a trade agreement with a human scientist named Amar Singh. He is working with someone in the Empire on a genetic research project. It's unclear what Drake expected us to find here.
By default, the R key will set either full throttle or full stop.
This is Research Facility Logner Beta 3. I am Plardos Yarden, commander of the station. With whom am I speaking? We weren't informed there would be visitors today. How may we serve the Empire?
Commander Plardos, you will provide this ship's computer access to all recent station communication logs. You will also transmit a manifest of shipments and supply delivery receipts for the last month.
Well, this is unexpected. You do realize that we have an agreement with your government and Dr. Singh. Our research is highly classified. You do have some sort of official order granting permission to view these records?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Message sent.
Why are you attacking us? Please, we are not your enemy. You're completely mad. This is a top security installation. You don't have authorization to access our records. We're filing a formal complaint. Of course we're hiding something. We're conducting classified research. That's why you are not authorized to access station records. You do understand the concept of top secret, don't you? This is preposterous. We refuse to hand over top secret information without proper authorization. We will defend ourselves, if necessary.
They've powered up defensive cannons and launched small craft. The station commander sent a distress signal. A ship is responding. Captain, Romulan warbird on sensors. Captain, the Romulans are hailing us.
We received a distress call from this station. We are here to provide assistance. Station Commander Plardos sounded distressed. He mentioned a disagreement with a Klingon vessel. It would be dishonorable of us not to investigate. We appreciate the delicate nature of the situation. Would you mind if we spoke with the station? Perhaps we could resolve any misunderstanding.
I find this very suspicious. Why would Romulans respond to a distress call here?
The Romulans hailed the station on an open frequency, and then immediately switched to an encrypted channel. The Romulan ship hasn't raised shields. What are they up to?
I don't need to remind you that we're in Klingon territory. The fact that these Romulans are here at all could be the clue we need.
Captain, the station has transported several crates of goods to the Romulans.
Commander Plardos has explained the situation. It sounds as if there's been a miscommunication. The foolish bravado of the Klingon Empire. Attacking your own station and then accusing us of wrongdoing. I should have expected something like this. Very well. We'll communicate in terms you can understand.
More Romulan ships dropping out of warp! Interesting. One of the Romulans is firing on the other. The other Romulan ship could belong to those rebels we've been hearing about.
This is Commander Telek of the Romulan Republic. We are here to cooperate with the Klingon Empire.
The Romulan Republic is thankful for your assistance. We had tracked the Tal Shiar to this system, but we would have been outmatched without your aid. The Romulan Republic faces many challenges, but conflict with the Klingon Empire should not be one of them. As a gesture of good faith, I'll share with you information that you might find to be of value. We believe Tal Shiar agents are collaborating with operatives in the Klingon Empire to steal weaponry and technology. We have uncovered large supplies of Klingon weapons on the planet Nimbus 3 that we believe are being stockpiled there by agents of the Empress. The stolen goods are being transferred through several facilities in the local sector, including this science station. The shipping manifests on the supply crates and the weapons themselves. By tracking the flow of goods, we've learned that there are agents in the Klingon Empire transferring stolen supplies to the Tal Shiar. Those supplies are being stockpiled on Nimbus 3. If you will help track down the source of those weapons, we will share our data with you. Transferring the data now. We expect the Klingon Empire to track down the source of these stolen goods and punish those responsible before more weapons fall into the wrong hands. If we discover any further information, we will notify the Empire's ambassador on Mol Rihan.
Please listen to me. We were only following protocol. We must ensure that our research doesn't fall into the wrong hands. We didn't know the shipments we were transferring were stolen. I was told that the crates were medical supplies needed on the war front. We didn't ask questions. Please, show mercy. We were only doing what we were ordered to do. Due to present circumstances, we will forego normal security authorization and provide the files you have requested. We live to serve the Empire.
We've received the data that Kemtar requested, Captain. It will take some time to analyze these files and track the source of the shipments. In the meantime, we are prepared to leave the system on your command.
Your officers have analyzed the shipping logs from the research facility. Their findings confirm what the Romulan Republic officer told us. Someone has been routing technology and weapons to the Tal Shiar, and they are going to great lengths to cover their tracks. An operation of this magnitude would require the resources of one of the houses, but the shipments are being routed in such a way to conceal their point of origin. Our evidence is circumstantial. It was my eagerness to point fingers without proof that landed me in Urapenthe in the first place. We must exercise patience and wait for our prey to reveal themselves. My father is Ambassador Worf. He has many friends and many enemies. I tried to convince him that one of the houses was moving in the shadows against us. He either didn't believe me or didn't care. Either way, he made his decision when he refused to act after I was sent to Urapenthe. His pride is a weakness our enemy will try to exploit. You can try, but we must be prepared if he doesn't. We should at least warn him of the danger, even if he refuses to see the knife at his throat.
You can use Transwarp to quickly return to your home system of Kronos. Click the Transwarp button on the minimap and select Kronos system, then Transwarp. You have returned to the Kronos system, home of the Klingon Empire. In order to move down to the first city, you must approach the planet in your starship. Once you are within transporter range, our contact will offer you the option to beam down.
Perhaps. First, tell me who you are. Greetings. How may I assist you? That is an odd request. We stand in the courtyard of the Great Hall, and honor has no need of secrecy. If you cannot speak your mind in this place, then I have no desire to hear what you have to say. That is not my son's name. If Kemtar wishes to talk, tell him to come and speak to me. I will not communicate through intermediaries. He is the only one in danger, unless you have been foolish enough to listen to his tales. But you have already made that mistake. If you have spoken to him, then you have been to Rurapenthe. I am Gintok to the House of Martok. Lady Sorella has declared vengeance on the House of Jimpok. It would not surprise me if all the great houses wish me dead. Tell my son that I am capable of defending myself. Romulans. That does not make sense. Jimpok's position towards the Federation and the Tal Shiar is very clear. And in this, he has my house's full support. It would be foolish for any house to make such a connection. However, I would not be surprised to hear you mention the House of Duras. And that is exactly the sort of accusation that landed my son in a penal colony. Tell Kemtar that unless he has proof, he should stay silent. If he is a fugitive from Rurapenthe, he will only make his situation worse. I do not want to know any more about what you two are plotting.
Has Worf agreed to speak to us? What name I use is not important. Did you tell him what we've learned? Did you tell him the Romulans are involved? Given their history, I've considered the possibility that the House of Duras might be involved. Is he at least willing to review our evidence? Yaicha! He is a stubborn old man and he is going to get himself killed. Agreed. If the Gintok to House Martok will not listen, we will take our concerns to the House itself. Martok's son Drex is off-world. I will contact Lady Sorella and arrange a meeting.
These events are very disturbing. They paint a picture of a large conspiracy against prominent houses of the Empire. I will work with my contacts to see what else I can learn. And I will notify you when I have enough leads to further our investigation.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.